In today's world, moms are juggling more than ever before, so it's important to not forget to take care of you. Jill Simpson, teen, adult, couples, and family therapist, is here to help us and share what we can do. This is a common conversation among me and my friends. Like, how do we figure it out? Because when it comes to the list of priorities, it's like the kids and then the husband and the family, other family members, and then we're on the bottom of the list.
Exactly.
So we need help.
Yes. So this stuff that I'm going to share today comes up a lot in the sessions that I have with my mom, so I thought it'd be beneficial to share here. Yeah. So the first one is to know what you need and make it a priority. So a lot of times we'll forget as moms that we have our own individuality that needs to be fed. So we were all people before we had kids. We had things we like to do, right? So pick one of those things that really made you happy and do it as often as you can, right? Because it's important for us to have a balanced state of mind. So don't forget to do what makes you happy too.
I remember when my kids were really little and I was like, I need to do something for me, and I used to dance when I was growing up. So I went and took like an adult dance class.
Perfect.
And afterward I sat in my car and I was like, oh, like, because sometimes we do need to just do something that's not for others. And I love that advice. And I think that's really great. So find your thing that you love, or maybe gave you some sense of self in your previous non-mom life.
Exactly.
And it was just like a few times, it still made me happy. Okay.
It doesn't take much.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay. So, I'm a social person, but I've found sometimes when you're juggling mom stuff, I kind of tend to not give as much time to my girlfriends as I should. Yes. And it's something that is for me too. So how do we find that social community feel with other moms?
Well, I think you know it's all about how you want to go about it. Everyone has their own individual needs when it comes to being social. You know, how extroverted you are, how introverted you are. Some people get that socialness fed through Facebook and social media, but I caution you on that. With the number two, it kind of rolls into that, is that with Facebook or any other social media, a lot of people will come in and tell me in my office, like, it makes me feel worse about my life.
Oh, the comparing.
Yeah, I'm comparing, and I am constantly like judging myself, like, oh, my kid doesn't eat organic okra, or you know, and then you start thinking, what am I doing wrong, and what should I be doing differently? So really tailoring back that sense of socialness, I think, can be helpful for our minds.
The virtual social life is not necessarily good.
Exactly.
Then you do the Facebook life versus reality.
Exactly.
And no one's as happy as they are on Facebook.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do we basically like find our people? I was talking about that earlier. Like, how do we find that network? And not online necessarily.
Yeah, I think you can go about it in a bunch of different ways. I mean, old friends can sometimes be the ones you can be the most honest with, and I think that's key when you're going through parenthood, is being able to say, look, this is really, I'm struggling here, and then look at you and say, I get it, and you're not crazy, right? Because
I've been there, I've had these same experiences.
And just being honest can be super therapeutic. So finding people, that is first on my list of finding friends, is who can I be honest with and 100% genuine with, because that, not everything is rainbows and roses, right? When you're a mom. So.
And finally, saying no. Why is that important, and why is it tough for moms to use that word? I mean, I say no, well, I try not to, but with my kids, it's like, no, but we need to say no more to other things.
Exactly. I think from my perspective, I look at it like a lot of moms are natural nurturers. So we want to not only nurture our family and our kids, but also our friends and other, neighbors and people around us. And so you have to really make a boundary and say, and some months you can do more than others. It just depends on what you have going on. Just being honest and doing a gut check. Like, is this too much or should I not? And going with it. Because then long term,
do a gut check.
Yeah, long term, you always know. Like if you're like, ooh, you can tell, you can feel it. You can feel it. Your body will tell you.
Believe me, I get that feeling, and if I trust it, I'm usually better off, whether it's professionally or personally. It's purposeful. Or being a mom while we're doing that. All right, we'll have a link to these tips and more from Jill Simpson on KCLive.tv later on today. We certainly appreciate your time.
Thanks.